One of the most controversial topics in the video game market today is, are video games art? Gamers and art critics alike clash head-to-head in this heated debate, but which one is right? Let's show the facts from each side to get an educated idea about where they're coming from. On one side, we have a large part of the art community that points out that video games are too interactive to be art. The most notable and possibly most influential of this group is, of course, Roger Ebert. Ebert received a lot of flack from the video game community for posting an article on his website entitled "Video Games Can Never Be Art," in which he explains that the, quote, difference between art and games is that you can win a game. It has rules, points, objectives, and an outcome. Typically, art doesn't have a game over. Paintings and movies are from groups or individuals who work for an enjoyable visual aesthetic without the interruption of game theory. On the other side, we have most of the video game community, and certainly many of the game industry's developers. One of the many vocal supporters of games as an artistic art form is Kelly Santiago. Santiago is discussed in Ebert's article, and she believes that video games are already art. She bases her statement on the definition of art, which is,
art is the process of deliberately arranging elements in a way that appeals to the senses or emotions.
Bad game design can easily be noticed and can take away from the overall aesthetic of a gaming experience. Without appealing to its audience in some way, whether emotionally or visually, a game just doesn't give that immersion that really makes a game great. In the end, both sides do have a point. The video game industry pumps out titles to support both sides of the argument. How is the video game community supposed to argue that video games are art with titles like BMX XXX and Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball being made? Though at the other end of the spectrum, we have games like Braid, Limbo, Flower, Shadow of the Colossus, Flow, Journey, even Myst that are elegant, immersive, and probably close to Ebert's definition of art while still remaining interactive. It should be noted that Ebert later released another blog entry defending his positions and stating, quote, I still believe video games are not art, but I should never have said so. Some opinions are best kept to yourself. However, he goes on to say, quote, who was I to say video games don't have the potential of becoming art? Someday. So what do you think? Are video games art?